Welcome to where cybersecurity meets chaos, creativity, and AI powered madness. Today we're going back, way back to a time when computers were beige, floppy disks were king, and cybersecurity was basically don't spill soda on it. Because we're talking about the Commodore 64, a lovable 8-bit icon that also happens to be a cybersecurity dumpster fire. And I say that with love because the C64 was my first computer. I learned to program BASIC on it at the age of 8. I played classics like Bruce Lee, Test Drive, Ghostbusters, Winter Games, and yes, even the infamous Super Mario knockoff, The Great Gianna Sisters. Print shop was a favorite too. Nothing like printing a banner that took half an hour and half a ribbon. I used that machine for over a decade, all the way into high school. So, yes, I adore the Commodore 64. But from a cybersecurity perspective, this thing is about as secure as a cardboard safe with "please don't open" written on it. Let's talk about why. Before we get into the juicy security disasters, we need to understand what the C64 was, and more importantly, what it absolutely was not. The Commodore 64 launched in 1982 and became one of the best selling computers of all time. It was cheap, it was fun, it was powerful for its era, and it was designed for games, creativity, and learning, not security. Security wasn't even a concept for home computers yet. Nobody was thinking about malware, ransomware, or network attacks. They were thinking, can it play Ghostbusters? Can it print a birthday banner? Can it make a pixelated stick figure walk across the screen? So the C64 shipped with no users, no passwords, no permissions, no encryption, no antivirus, no secure boot, no memory protection, no process isolation, no patching, no nothing. It was basically turn it on, your admin, good luck. And honestly, it was magical, but also a security nightmare. And if you're thinking, okay, but who would even attack a Commodore 64? Oh, let me show you, because here's just a few ways an attacker could infect a C64 back then. And some of them were surprisingly clever. Boot sector viruses. Floppy disk could contain malicious boot sectors. Insert a disk, load a program, virus executes instantly. No warnings, no prompts, no are you sure? There were also file infecting viruses. C64 specific viruses spread through cracked games and demo disk. Some overwrote memory, some corrupted files, some just displayed dramatic messages because 80s hackers love theatrics. Malicious game cracks. Every cracked game had a flashy intro scene. Attackers could hide malicious code inside those intros. There was also social engineering. Hey, try this cool game. Boom, you're infected. Buffer overflows. Programs trusted user input. Overflowing memory could overwrite basic variables or hijack system vectors. The C64 was basically a playground for creative chaos. But that was the 80s. What happens if you take this adorable 8-bit relic and plug it into the modern internet? Well, imagine sending a toddler into a mosh pit. That's the vibe. Everything is in plain text. The moment the C64 talks to anything, it's all out in the open. Every packet, every login, every command, nothing is encrypted, nothing is protected. Everything is readable. No TLS, no SSH, no HTTPS, and that's because it can't speak modern security protocols. It's basically whispering secrets into a megaphone. Even add on Wi Fi cartridges can't fix that. They encrypt externally, but the C64 itself stays completely exposed. And once it's online, it gets scanned almost instantly. Attackers can crash it with malformed packets, harvest anything you type, and poke at it from every angle because there's no firewall, no filtering, no guardrails. And even if you wanted to use it for something important, the hardware is old enough to vote twice. Unstable RAM, failing capacitors, and bit rotted disks mean your backups aren't even safe. The data itself might be corrupted long before you'll ever need it. And if something's wrong, too bad. The OS is in read only memory or ROM. There's no patches, no updates, no fixes. Vulnerabilities are forever. And finally, the modern network expects things like DHCP, ARP, and TCP/IP. The C64 expects please insert a disk, syntax error, and why is this thing taking 45 minutes to load? And if you want to see just how exposed this thing is, you could check out what's showing in the background because the C64 doesn't just have security holes, it practically hands you a shovel. You can literally read all memory with a simple loop. You could override system vectors with a couple of pokes. You could crash the entire system by typing poke 0, comma poke. And you could even create a fake password prompt with 2 lines. Security Theater 1980s edition. So where does this leave us? With a machine that's charming, nostalgic, and historically important, but also a perfect reminder of why modern cybersecurity exists. The Commodore 64 is a nostalgic masterpiece. It taught a generation how to code, how to create, how to explore. But from a cybersecurity perspective, it's a reminder of what happens when you build technology with zero security assumptions. It wasn't designed to be secure, it was designed to be fun. And today, it's the perfect example of why modern security exists because the threats didn't go away, they evolved. And unlike the C64, your business can't run on hope, floppy disk, and good vibes. Which brings us to this. If you want to know what unknown risks are hiding inside your systems, the modern equivalent of those 8-bit blind spots, Actionable Security's Cybersecurity Risk Assessment can help. We help small businesses uncover the vulnerabilities they don't even know they have. The stuff lurking under the hood, the digital dust bunnies, the modern boot sector viruses waiting to strike. Actionable Security is here to help you stay ahead of the chaos. Stay safe, stay curious, and subscribe.